there fellow guitarists, Josh Rogers here, welcome to Note by Note Guitar. Today I'm going to be teaching you Study in A Minor by Dionisio Aguado. If you like this video, make sure you destroy that like button and also subscribe to the channel, and that'll keep you up to date with everything that I'm doing. If you want the tabs for this, you can click on the link in the description, they're absolutely free. If you want a version that has the left hand fingering and the right hand fingering, my suggested fingerings, then for a small fee you can buy that, and that will really show you everything that I'm doing. You can learn that just from the video, but sometimes it's really nice to be able to see all of that written out in front of you. As I said before, this is a study. This particular piece allows you to study several different techniques. I think the main purpose of this study is to teach you how to fully plant your fingers. Planting your fingers means basically you're planting your fingers on the strings all at the same time. For example, in this piece, using 3 fingers, thumb, index, middle. And they should go on at the beginning of every group of 4 semiquavers like this. They're all on. The reason that you do that is for articulation and speed. If you don't use planting, that's fine. But it's kind of a little bit trickier to get that speed going and that accuracy. The idea is every group of 4 semiquavers, plant first, like this, then plant, plant, plant. So you get the idea throughout the entire piece. That's what you should really be aiming for, planting. Another aspect of study that you can use here is Apoyando with the thumb, which means a rest stroke with the thumb. If you're doing a string that's next to the strings that you're picking with your fingers, you won't be able to do Apoyando. For example, there, I can't do Apoyando because my fingers are already directly underneath my thumb. However, if I'm moving away to a string that's like either D string, A string, or E string, I will be able to do it. Let's just break it down into the second half. Don't worry, I'm going to come back and teach you all of the notes that I'm playing, but just before we start I want to give you the ideas that you can cover during this study. So let's say you've already done the full planting and you're like, yeah, I'm pretty confident with that. Then you think, it's time to develop a rest stroke with the thumb, which is this. That's called Apoyando or rest stroke, and that's tirando or free stroke. Rest stroke with the thumb just means my thumb is coming to rest on the string that is underneath. You naturally do that when you're strumming with your thumb, but it's a little bit different when you're actually picking. It requires a different type of control. I find that the best time to practice that in this etude is in the second section, which sounds like this. There, I can do a rest stroke with the thumb. Then I can follow that through when I hit the C major chord. Then I can do it again here. So I'd really work on that Apoyando for the second section. Here. Apoyando. Apoyando. All through here. The next thing I think you can study is changing tones. For example, you can start off with a natural sound, which is just around sound hole. Then here, maybe you can incorporate moving. There's really no strict example in the etude that says, you should move from ponticello to sol tasto and so on and so forth. That just comes with your own experience and your own feeling, and it's an etude, so you can play around with it so that you get used to sort of favour going to ponticello when I'm in the second section. There's no rule that says you have to move around. You could just play the whole thing here, for example, and just get used to playing near the bridge. Then get used to playing still tasto, which is up around here, right beside the fretboard. Alright, those are the three main things that I think you can take from this etude. Now, let's get into it and I'll show you the chords. It starts with 2nd fret on the G string, 1st fret on the B string, and then an open E. And you're going to go through like this. It's a group of 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. Depending on what you're doing, remember you should be full planting. Then you're going to move this chord just up to the next strings. And you're going to do, that's 1st fret on the G string, then open B, open E, open B. Then you're just going to move your thumb to the 2nd fret on the D string, and then open B, open E, open B, like this. Then you can do this next chord one of two ways. You could use your 3rd and 4th fingers like this. I sort of concentrate on my right hand for this, so I just leap that over like so. I take this shape and I just move it here. 3rd fret on the B string, 4th fret on the G string, same picking. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. Then back to the first chord, but then move to an open A. The first section sounds like this. Start with the same first chord, but then it's moving to an A7 chord. It's open G, 2nd fret on the B string, open E, back to that 2nd fret, like this. Then to a D minor chord. 3rd fret on the D string, then 3rd fret on the B string, and 1st fret on the 1st string, and then back to the B string. Then to an open D, 1, 2, like this. That section. Then 2nd fret on the D string, 1st fret on the B string, then open E, then back to the B string. Then 1st fret on the G string, then the 2 first strings open, then back to the opening chord. That sounds like this. The next section starts off with the same chord, then to a G7 chord. It's open G, open B, 1st fret on the 1st string, back to open B. Then we're jumping up the octave in the bass to the 3rd fret on the 6th string, followed by 2nd, 1st, 2nd. Then we go to a C major chord. It's 3rd fret on the A string, followed by 1st fret on the B string, open E, back to the B string. then 2nd fret on the D string, same 3 notes there, then back to that G7 chord. It's open, open, 1st fret, open, then to the octave, 2nd, 1st, 2nd. The 2nd section sounds like this so far. Then here, back to the chord, but don't bother about putting this finger down. That's the same, but then 2nd fret on the A string, 3rd fret on the B string, then open E, back to the B string. Then open A, 1st fret on the B string, open E, back to the B string. Then back to this chord, 3rd fret on the A string, 1st fret on the B string, open E, back to the B string. Then open D, open B, 1st fret on the 1st string, back to the B. Then 2nd fret on the D string, 3rd fret on the B string, open E, then back to the B string. And then back to this chord, A minor. 2nd fret on the G string, 1st fret on the B string, open E, back to the B string, finish with an open A. That entire 2nd section sounds like this. That's the entire piece. You do the 2nd section twice and then you're basically done. You can go back to the 1st section and repeat the 1st section and then finish. Just remember what I said. You can focus on certain things in etudes. That's what they're for. One of the difficulties that I find though with the etudes is that sometimes it's not even explained what you're meant to be studying. So that's kind of tricky, you know. You look at it, it says study, and then you're thinking, what am I supposed to be studying? You know, what are the aspects of this piece? Quite often I found, even in all my years of guitar playing, that there's almost never an explanation. Sometimes you can guess the title might say, you know, slur study or study in A minor or, you know, legato study, but that's quite rare. Often in the old days anyway, they were numbered, like study number 7, study number 6, or, you know, they'd just give you the key. It just comes with experience sometimes, you know, you might see little hammer on or pull off indications all the way through, and then you know, oh okay, so that's a study for pulling off and hammering on with the left hand. Or sometimes you might see some scales, you know, this maybe. And you're like, okay, that's a scale study. But yeah, sometimes it's not even about that. Sometimes it's just studying which notes to accent in a melody. But it doesn't matter. The main thing really is to be playing the guitar and focusing while you're studying. You should always practice with some kind of goal in mind. So when you sit down to practice, think, what do I want to achieve with this practice? You know, there's nothing wrong with just noodling around, you know, and enjoying your guitar and not putting yourself under any pressure to like really study anything. But if you want to improve and you want to become an extremely good guitar player, or at least better than you are at the moment, you've got to sort of come up with some type of strategy and definitely have a goal every time you sit down and have a serious practice session. Think about, whoa, what do I want to do today? I think I want to learn to move these 2 fingers better. And then you do something, you know, and always try to measure your progress if possible. You know, maybe you're just trying to get a nicer sound, or you're trying to make sure that these fingers are nice and free when they move, or, you know, that your wrist is in a particular position. It doesn't matter what it is, but you should be focusing on it for a certain period of time and making some progress. Anyway, I've talked long enough. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also I've got a really good blog that helps you to move into being what I am, which is a full-time musician. I play in 5-star hotels all around the world, and the blog that I started back in 2012 has a wealth of information on how to do that. I've been getting more and more questions from all of you out there, like, how did you get your job? How do you do what you do? And yeah, I don't hold back any secrets. It's all there, but you still got to put the hard yards in. Like, reading my articles one thing, putting them into practice is another. Anyway, all the best with your guitar playing. Let your fingers fly.